What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the trades that we took today inside the Discord as well as the plan going into tomorrow. So today, very simple. The trend was bearish, so we're only focused on trades in the direction of the trend. So we ended up getting a gap down, which kind of messed up the day because that gap down ended up just getting bought up. So if we go look on the 0-day chart, this is what we looked like. So it was a very weird day for the 0DT chart because for some reason on the options chain there was a few strikes missing. So I think the 548s, 549s, and the 550s were missing, or at least the 548s and 9s were missing. I don't know why, but they just weren't an option available on the chain. So I didn't end up taking anything off the 0-day chart. You could see we got this massive gap down here with the cross pretty much happening, but with a massive gap between the SMAs, I just wanted to see price settle a bit, and also these contracts weren't really the right ones, so I was kind of just waiting to see what was going to happen. And this chart just looks very weird because it's just not the right contracts to be trading. I think we were supposed to get the 550s maybe. I think it was supposed to be it was going to be the 549s, but we didn't have those as an option on the option chain. But yeah, this chart went negative, obviously not taking that because the trend's bearish. This is something I did take though. If we go look here on the call side, 551s was the right contracts. We ended up popping into this like 50 SMA area. We didn't tap it exactly. We came close enough to this 50 where if we break below the 10, this is probably going to continue lower. And I got in right here, and then I ended up stopping out, I think, on one of these two candles here. I was down, I think, like 30 points at NQ, so it was a smaller loss. Like I'll take a 30-point loss any day of the week because getting out at 30 points ended up saving us a lot more. So yeah, after that I didn't take anything else for the day, just because we got this cross right here, which I mean it's against the trend. We still had a little room to the 50, but I was focused more so on trading in the direction of the trend, and there just wasn't really any other setups that we got off of it. Yeah, this cross worked. It's not in line with the trend. If you did want to try it, sure, but I mean by the time the 50 ended up curling, actually you probably could have got a solid entry right here. Closure above the 10, 50's up. If you wanted a low risk entry, I guess this would have been your spot, and then we got a nice rip from there. But yeah, the only other opportunity really was a 50 dip on the 30 minute. So we ended up coming into this 50 SMA here on the 30 minute, and you could have tried this, but I mean it was getting late in the day, so if we didn't get a bounce immediately, would have been out of that. I didn't take anything here towards the end of the day. I just took that 30-point loss, and that was that. That was the only trade I took. The possibility trades were, again, this 50 dip, which happened towards the end of the day. So, I mean, you could have tried it maybe. You probably would have stopped out for a small loss, or you would have probably got like 40 points. I know it was up like around 40 points, but in a trend we're looking for more than that. At least like 60 to 80 points is what I'd be looking for to get. And then like I said, that 50 reject right here. I mean I did enter early on it, I guess you could say, on the 0-day chart, but I mean sometimes we're not always gonna get the direct hit of the 50, so that is why I did take it. I'm completely losing my charts here, but yeah, that's why I did take it. We got pretty close to it. So closure below the 10, this is how you pretty much play the reject, because sometimes if we don't hit it entirely, we close below the 10 and then it continues down, or we go up, hit the 50, and sometimes it even breaks above. So if you want like that confirmation, you wait for the closure below the 10. Obviously it didn't work in this scenario. I was up probably like 35 points at one point, but again, we're in a trading market. I'm looking for more, so if I'm able just to limit those losses a little bit, then I know my winners will be a lot more. That's pretty much what you could have taken today. It was a weird day, I will say, because we ended up chopping around here on the call side and we got a big move up. But if we go on the 30 minute, like I said, we end up closing at such a key spot right here. The 30 minute 50, I can't really be bullish until this breaks and we go negative. So I would favor the bulls a little bit. If this chart went and crossed negative and the 50 is flat or curling down, then okay, we probably get a big move up on the premium since the bears are losing the trend. But for now, since that hasn't happened, I still favor the bears. 10's above the 50, 50's curling up here, and then we are cross on the higher time frames. I mean the higher time frames don't look too good because there's nothing really going on them. But again, the main time frame is the 30 minute. This tells the trend in the market, and we're still bearish. So what do we look for? 0DT cross on the put side, 50 dip on puts once they're crossed, and then anything again to the downside. So like today, if we got this same trade tomorrow, where the calls ended up coming into the 50 SMA and then closing below 10, I'm going to take that tomorrow if that was a scenario and the market's still trending bearish. If we are crossing negative, though, I'm not going to be looking for a 50 reject. I'm going to be looking for the call cross in that scenario because, you know, the bears are losing the trend. I'm going to be looking for a call cross. So those are like the two scenarios of what could happen tomorrow. One, remain bearish and we play the downside. Two, we flip neutral and play the upside. So, you know, to play the upside, you'd be playing a 0 DT cross on calls and also like a 10, or no, actually, tomorrow you could buy that 50 dip on the call side if the 30-minute chart is going negative. So 0 DT call cross or 50 dip on calls if that 30-minute chart's going negative tomorrow. And then, you know, I just gave you the bear scenario. So we got two plans for tomorrow. We just have to see which one we get. It's pretty simple, man. You know, I try not to force trades. You know, that's something I really try and do in the Discord. And, you know, we took one loss. It is what it is. You shouldn't be blowing accounts with one trade. If you are, then you're a size way too heavy. I do see that happening sometimes where people just go so heavy when, you know, like you're in this for the long game. You're looking to, you know, just come out each day green, take high quality trades, let your trades breathe a little bit. You know, you shouldn't be size super heavy. If anything, average up into your trade. So like once it starts going in your favor, average up a little bit if you want to get some more size on it. But, you know, today took a 30-point loss. Is what it is. I lost like $200 on each account. You know, it's a small loss. And my winners, I could squeeze out like 400 to 600, you know, typically on a good trade. So, you know, on to tomorrow. We're going to catch a good trade tomorrow. There really isn't such thing as a losing streak when it comes to the system. So, you know, I know what the system does. I know it'll deliver. And, yeah, that's that. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. I'm out. Peace.